Hello, Scorpio. This is going to be your full moon reading for September 13th and moving into the morning of the 14th. And most of us in the United States will be experiencing this full moon, though, on Friday the 13th. Super exciting. I love that kind of energy, and historically, Friday the 13th has actually been good luck. And I'm not really sure how it turned into bad luck, but I'm sure somebody can answer that in the comments if you know. We're going to pull one card for you, Scorpio, to get the general ideas and feelings maybe that you might be experiencing over this full moon. You know, we recently did your September reading, and there was a lot of messages coming through and somewhat of a truth, like a stance in your own truth, standing in your own truth. And this full moon will fall in Pisces, so there may be a lot of heightened emotions beyond what we normally get with a full moon, and even some kind of, you know, connection with spirit. So it's going to be pretty cool moon for everybody, Scorpio. Okay, we have new romantic cycle begins. New moon in Libra. Now, another sign got this, so you may want to check into that because there may be further messages for you. So a new romantic cycle, as much as that does obviously sound like a love reading or a relationship card, it can, you know, it doesn't have to be romantic. You can definitely be putting love, you know, genuine love into something that is new. So a new cycle beginning that you love. Not necessarily romantic, okay? We can, you know, take that out of that, at least, Scorpio. But it could be a new romantic cycle for some of you, and that's super exciting. Either way, a new cycle of sorts, you know, will come through. And with this being a new moon in Libra, that's really cool because I believe our new moon coming up on the 28th is going to be in Libra. So that's actually essential and could be actually telling you that this energy will last from this full moon all the way to the new moon. All right, we've got some advice here. Heed the messengers. So that's really important advice. It's definitely saying listen to your inner guidance, listen to the synchronicities and the subtle ways that we are guided, whether it's listening to our intuition, listening to our higher self, our gut, definitely following any signs and synchronicities that we see throughout, you know, our day. And this is card number 16 for some of you folks who like to know about the numbers. So I really like that. Heed the messengers. So, you know, if you're getting a lot of synchronicities and inner messages and things that really resonate with what's going on with you around the full moon, definitely heed the message, because you have something new starting that you're really going to love, and you don't want to miss the message. That message could be essential. So let's see what else we have coming forward. We're going to get a couple tarot cards to try to put this into a little bit more detail for you guys. Alright, full moon for Scorpios. These have been really synchronistic readings, so I'm loving it. This has been really fun. I'm pretty new to mixing my spiritual space with technology. So, as I recognize some of things have fallen apart in my previous videos as far as audio and video, now I feel like I only have to figure out my audio, and I'll be there. Okay, we have 8 of Cups, moving on. Wow, this card has come out a lot for people, so definitely a new cycle. This is Wheel of Fortune, 10 major arcana. Ooh, yeah. Okay, we got the Hierophant. Another major arcana for y'all. That's awesome, Scorpio. Oh, yes, another one. Okay, so the Tower. Now, the Tower can obviously be kind of uncomfortable. And I think your previous reading, the previous reading I did right before this, got the Tower as well. And the Flow. So a lot of things that are coming in every single reading just means that all of us are collectively experiencing this kind of a beginning ending, okay? Because with this is like the end of a chapter, not necessarily the book, but end of the chapter, and this is going to be something entirely collapsing or falling apart because it was meant to be, because there was more to it, and because there's more to do. So sometimes everything falls apart because we just don't fit in it anymore, and it doesn't serve us. So let's start here, Scorpio. We have moving on, Eight of Cups. Now the energy that comes along with this card is having the feeling that something no longer serves you. And we just said that with this Tower card over here, and that really resonates with this card as well. It's walking away from something that just doesn't feel as amazing as it once did. It may have felt amazing at one point, and it was love, and it was everything you wanted. Now it's just not so much, and there's a walking away. There's a letting go that goes with the Eighth. And the Eights always signify to have strength. And it takes a lot of strength and bravery to walk away from something that we really loved or still love. You know, sometimes we love something that isn't really great for us, so we need to walk away from it. And that can be an experience, a habit, or even a person, okay, a relationship, a job, a place that we live. You know, this could be a lot of things to a lot of different Scorpios out there, but it is a walking away, it is a letting go. And with a new cycle coming through with these energies, you know, sometimes we have to walk away because we need to make more space for the new thing, or the new thing isn't really in line with the old space. So sometimes that walk away happens because there's so much more to be had. You know, leaving something because there's something better. And that is a big message for your reading, Scorpio. Just right off the bat. Like, if we were to end it right now, that would be your overall message, is that you're going to have to let go of something if you're ready to move forward on the next thing. Okay, but it's always a choice. We always have choices. With this coming in, this is showing that you've actually gone through something pretty significant in your life, because it is a major arcana. It's just not a basic 10 of the Swords, Cups, Pentacles, or Wands energy. It is the ultimate, you know, culmination of those kinds of energies in some sort of a karmic lesson being wrapped up. Some sort of a karmic phase or experience or situation that had to happen before the cosmic device could churn, and, you know, divine timing could play its part. So as divine timing comes through with this flow and this new cycle, you have to flow as well. So Scorpio, this is definitely a suggestion to flow into this feeling, because it's going to feel pretty amazing, but it's also going to feel kind of uncomfortable and scary at times, because sometimes new things just don't feel as amazing as we expect them to. So as you go through this ending of a cycle and recognizing that there's no more left for you, maybe get excited too about the flow that's coming. You know, with every ending and circle comes another beginning. I'm pretty sure that's a Girl Scout song. If my memory serves me. Yes, I was a Girl Scout. Okay, and then we also have for you, Scorpio, the Hierophant. Now, this is definitely around your beliefs, your belief system. That can be how you believe, you know, the world is. That could be your spiritual beliefs. This belief can be in many different things. It could be in your work ethic belief, you know, your morals and values, but it is belief, and it is in a larger entity. Okay, it's more like organizational belief and community belief and maybe family belief and culture. And this card kind of asks you to recognize what you believe in and what it is that you're sharing with your belief. How are you applying it to your life? You know, the Hierophant comes through and we're getting some of that wisdom, and we're checking in with ourselves about what we know and what we believe in. And when you're getting that with this new cycle, it just may be that something's coming through that's changing your belief. Okay? At one point we were, you know, we switch from the teacher to the student to the teacher, and we're doing that type of cycle. This is where you're teaching. You are going to teach what you've learned. You know, why did your tower fall apart? What happened there? You know, you may be able to teach that. Well, you were given an opportunity to rebuild. You know, teaching and sharing our knowledge and sharing our experience and how we feel can definitely empower and help every person that engages with it, okay? So as you're maybe going through this new cycle and having some clarity in your own belief, maybe share it. Share that, okay? It could teach somebody. It could even be a situation where you can go and learn more, okay, and seek the teacher and learn more about your own spirituality and the wisdom and the way it plays in your life. That balance of spirituality and that balance of practicality that we've been really talking about with this Pisces full moon, coming through on Friday, and also with that Virgo energy where we have that day-to-day analytical, you know, kind of scheduled feeling happening with all of us. Okay, Scorpio, it's not exclusively Virgos or exclusively Pisces. It's an energy that we're all feeling. So either being in the position to teach or being in a position to learn something further is really going to help you get through this flow. And with it being a major arcana, it's something big. It's not like, oh, you just learned a new equation or the new lyrics to your favorite song. It's not like that. It's something way bigger. You know, you created your own song and lyrics, or, you know, you've found a profound anomaly in some kind of algorithm, right? Like, this is something bigger than just that small thing, because it's major arcana energy, and you're going to be feeling that over the full moon, Scorpio. It's going to be really interesting to see how that plays out. We'll get some more cards here, but I do want to get through this one as well, because the Tower is really what sets all this in motion. Okay? You've gone through something, right? And it's closed up, and that's how it's going down. But with rebuild, something has kind of collapsed and fallen apart. And maybe it's because you walked away, right? It could be because there's something new coming and you know it. So you had to leave where you're at. This doesn't have to be a physical location. This could be a mental idea. You know, you had to leave an idea behind. You had to, you know, leave a job behind. You had to make a decision that was best for you. And sometimes that can be a Tower thing, because everything just falls apart. Now, why does everything fall apart? Well, we have more to do, we have more to give, and we have to create a new Tower that will fit the new us. You know, after a cycle completes, we've changed. We've shed the old self, and along comes, you know, after we do that internal change, the external has to change. You know, it's that vibration and that wavelength that comes off of our change, and then our external changes, and that can sometimes feel like a Tower moment, you know, but later in life we look back and go, oh, you know, that had to happen because of this, that, and this. So Tower moments are those moments where you don't see the reason and rhyme at the time, usually, but eventually that comes through, right? Eventually it shows itself, and that's usually around that moon. You know, that moon energy will be like, hey, you know, you don't need to know everything. You don't have to know everything before you go forward, Scorpio. And so that'll be coming up, you know, after you recognize and get into the idea that you have definitely had a Tower moment. It's not a bad thing, ever. I think it's fantastic. I love Tower moments. Some people get really frustrated with them, but it just is really how you look at it. If you look at it as the potential and possibility and opportunity, you're going to feel a lot better about it. You know, and you will gain something from it. Ooh, I like that. So we have the Empress, we have the Page of Pentacles, and you keep getting these heavier energies. Yeah, the Fool, definitely a new start. I felt that coming. Let's get one more. All right, yeah, we've been kind of waiting for some kind of a result. So let's start here. We have moving on. Well, why? Because you know that the cycles are happening of change, and there's something more. The Empress knows all about how to get what she wants and manifest it in the physical world, because she knows about cycles of being patient. She knows about, you know, keeping her faith, which is that Hierophant energy, right? And she knows about going towards what she wants and completing those cycles. Okay, the Empress can manifest anything. She's the mother, right, of all things, and with that comes creation. And her creation comes from her thoughts and actions, and how she goes about them. And she can do it effortlessly. And with this, she's following her intuition. The moon. That's the moon right there at her foot. She has a hold of her intuition. She knows how to utilize it. She knows how to utilize nature. You know, she's able to utilize the energies of all the cards to manifest what she needs immediately. And with this coming out, with this moving on, it's really signifying that you do have that. You do have that in you to create what you love. You have the ability. From this walk away, you're going to be able to open up more space to get more of what you love. And you know that, or you wouldn't be doing it. Right, Scorpio? I mean, Something's making you walk away, and it's because you seek more. You seek more abundance. And you know that that's the only way you're going to get it. Sometimes we do have to let go. And with this flow and Page of Pentacles, this is great because Page of Pentacles to me always signifies kind of that energy like an ace. It's something new coming in. It's new communication. Okay? It's new conversation. It's not so much that mental energy of the swords, but it's something that's coming in that's solid. Something you can touch, feel, see, and bring stability to your life. So coins are always about that stability. And whatever this cycle has come through has brought new stability for you. Something that you can play with now. Use now. You know, something new has come out of this cycle ending that you're going to really be able to gain momentum with. And it will take some time. And maybe it has been taking some time, and that's why we're getting this here. But, you know, really checking out what you're doing, where you're going, and what you're going to do with this new information, the new lessons, and everything that's come out of this new cycle. You know, how are you flowing with this? Page of Pentacles always flows by taking, you know, maybe simple steps because he's not so sure of his footing. But he is starting to make movement. The Knight's going to go a little faster than the Pages, but the Pages are that beginning, that seed, you know, that spark of an idea and news coming in. And sometimes it's just the universe showing us that something's moving. You know, this always comes through when something new is going to evolve out of all of this. So very cool. We have the 5 Hierophant coming out with the Fool. And that is definitely the beginning and taking a risk and checking out what means what to you. It's huge. It's a great energy. I think that it's important to recognize that there can be some risks taken. And if you are changing your belief or you're learning something or teaching something, you know, to trust your gut because something new is evolving from this and it's going to be big for you. You know, you're right at the beginning of a new cycle. And checking in with what you believe and how you're going to share it, that is really going to help get through whatever it is. You know, this is going to be different for every single Scorpio. Totally different. So, you know, this could be work, this could be relationship, this could be inner guidance and connecting with spirit. Regardless, the messages that you're letting go and moving into a new cycle. And your belief and what's around that is really structuring it. You know, heed the messages that you're getting. Heed them. And then we have rebuild. We have that tower that's fallen apart, and you're sitting here wondering, has it all been worth it? You know, a lot of the times, yeah. We do start something because it's worth it. Now, it may not have ended that way, and that's where you need to forgive yourself. You may not have expected this tower moment, and you were waiting for something different, and it wasn't coming through, and it's time to ask yourself, like, what is worth it? You know, is this waiting worth it? Is the patience worth it? Is this new start worth it? It looks like the divine start isn't really something you're going to be able to choose anyways with a tower moment. So maybe recognize what we're putting into. You know, this is the path. This is our path. And what is your path, Scorpio? That's what you need to ask yourself over this full moon period. What do you believe in? What's your path? And how are you going to even use those answers moving forward into this new cycle? You know, are you going to remain open for these messages? Because it seems like there's going to be a lot of them coming in for you. This is huge. You know, you have the strength and 8s. You have the 7 over here with the path. You have that wisdom with the Hierophant. Okay? The 5 is I believe. So, you know, your path, what you believe in, and your strength around it is really important. And as you have this new cycle come through that you really love, you know, check into it. See if you love it. Check it out. It might be something amazing for you. You've already done the walk away, and if you haven't, that's your validation. You know, walk away from something. Let go of something. That could be everything from extreme of letting go of diet sodas to letting go of a partner. You know, it can be that whole spectrum, anywhere in between for every different Scorpio. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I'm pretty new to YouTube, like I said, so please hit the subscribe button, and I will be able to, you know, spread this information easily, I guess. YouTube will help me a little bit more. So definitely subscribe, and if you would like to get updates about what's coming up and when I post, definitely hit the bell button as well, and you'll get that little notification. I should be posting sometime before the new moon, which will be September 28th. So thank you again so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.